It is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026, and I should have made this video early in the morning because it probably would have made my account and my channel look a lot better, sitting at 195K. But it is what it is. I am back down to 185K now, so I am down 3.31% for the day. For the week, I am up 11.83%. For the month, I am up 16.34%. Past 3 months, I am down almost 17.5%. Year to date, I am down 22.17%. Year over year, I am up 110%. And of all time, it's starting to look a lot better. 406% up. But this is starting to look a little bit like this down here back during the Liberation Day scare when I almost got a margin call, actually. But this recent downturn, mostly for software and fintech stocks, it was still painful, obviously, but it was not almost a margin call for me because I did play it a little bit safer. Not as much as I could have, not as much as I should have, but I did play a little bit safer and I did not end up almost getting a margin call. But yeah, hopefully this takes us up all the way back to all-time highs above 305,000. Now we have a decent amount that I want to cover today. The first one, we're going to talk about Tim Cook, the big news, obviously. But I also wanted to talk about Robinhood and crypto a little bit, mostly Robinhood and Bitcoin. So there's a decent amount for us to get through. But some big movers today, of course, Circle and Robinhood just being volatile as always. I don't really see a whole lot of news for today, so I'm not exactly sure what it's reacting to, but it is what it is. It's just the market volatility. Hood specifically has been extremely volatile, so being down 4% or swinging 4% either way in one day is kind of normal for it, especially in this period of the markets. Take a look at some, what's this pop up? So I guess we can trade SPX, VIX, XSP, and RUT overnight now, Sunday through Friday. So that's exciting. Expanding index options on Robinhood, that's always good. Options is a big market for Robinhood. We've got one option position right now, which I need to expand on a little bit more because my options income has been a little bit dry this month. But so far, my Lemonade Cash Cure put is a big winner. And it's kind of bittersweet because I could have also just put that into the stock and then I would be up a decent amount right now. But of course, that would also mean extending my risk and my margin. So I would also be paying a little bit of interest on that, but it would also be a potential bigger profits. But it is what it is. I am making a little bit of option premium income off of it, so I'm happy about that. Crypto, just doing crypto things. Hype is the outlier once again, down almost 3%. It is kind of strange, though, that Ethereum and Solana are almost acting like inverses right now. If we scroll down to not my top 10 positions, but these are some of my small swings that I have going on right now. IGV is the big outlier for today. This is something good. It's something that I wanted to see. IGV separating itself from the rest of the market, right? QQQ down slightly, but basically break even. But IGV is up big, 1.6%. And at one point today, I think it was up 2% plus. So a big separation from IGV and QQQ. It's almost like IGV is starting to play that catch-up game, which is great to see. At this moment, it is only 87 right now. So my price target for myself, my IGV position is 100. So most likely when it hits 100, I will either sell a covered call or just straight up, take my profit. Maybe I'll keep a few shares, dump it in my secondary account as I usually do. But I'm not exactly sure yet. We'll know when we get there. I just want IGV to be 100 first, and then I will decide, do I want to sell some covered calls, right? Maybe the premiums are looking real thick, or do I just want to straight up just cash out, keep my free shares, and pay down my margin a little bit more. But yeah, we'll know when we get there. So if we scroll down here to my actual top 10 positions, Robinhood, of course, down big. It's dragging down my account a little bit. Nike down 0.5%, and we will talk about Nike just a second. Pepsi down 1.5%. Rest of it is kind of mixed. SoFi is down 1.6%. And in recent news, they actually did open up XRP deposits on SoFi now. So that was interesting to see. SoFi seems to be expanding crypto a lot more. And of course, we have Lemonade down 3%, which is kind of normal for Lemonade. It's a very volatile stock. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about, of course, is Robinhood and just crypto in general, mostly Robinhood and Bitcoin. But this past week, Robinhood is up 20%. Of course, it was up above 20%, 26, almost 27%. But it is cooling off a little bit today. But 20% for the week, that is amazing performance. If we take a look at Bitcoin, though, Bitcoin is only up barely 1% for the week. Take a look at the month, it is up 10%. Let's take a look at Robinhood, 21% up for the month. So it is a double performance there. That's interesting. 3 months is 14% down for Bitcoin. Take a look at Robinhood, 17% down. So it's almost like, it's not perfect, but it's almost like Robinhood is a 2x on Bitcoin. Let's see, for the year, it is down 11%. For the year, of course, Robinhood is up 114%. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but this week specifically, or this month, I should say, yeah, this month, Bitcoin is up 10%. Robinhood is up 21%. So this month specifically, it's almost like Hood is a 2x play, or not really a 2x play, but a leveraged play on Bitcoin. So what that possibly means is if Bitcoin can just get back to, not even all-time highs. I don't really remember exactly what all-time highs was for Bitcoin, but if it can just get back to 100K, which would be like a 33% gain from here, 60% gain possible for Robinhood, or maybe even a double for Robinhood, which would push it way past all-time high. So even though it does feel like it's an unlikely scenario, there is a possibility for Robinhood to get back up to all-time highs this year, depending on how sentiment is and crypto goes, obviously. Because even though Robinhood is very diversified, for some reason it still trades alongside crypto, and as we just saw, it's almost like a leverage play on Bitcoin. So if crypto can just come back a little bit, not even making all-time highs, that could possibly push Robinhood to all-time highs. So we could see Robinhood make all-time highs before crypto does, which would push it past 150, maybe even pushing that momentum all the way up to $200 per share, which would make me a very happy and very wealthy person. Well, maybe not a super wealthy person, but it would make me somewhat happy. So just wanted to share those thoughts and opinions with you. Obviously, that's not me giving you like a trade buy or sell recommendation. I'm not some financial guru or your advisor. That's just my own personal opinion and just kind of my thought process behind my portfolio. But now the other stock that I wanted to talk about today is actually Nike and Apple. Mostly Nike though, because that is my number 2 position in my portfolio. Now, if any of you guys haven't yet heard, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, is going to be stepping down from his CEO role. He's still going to have some executive position in Apple, right? He's obviously still a major shareholder. He's going to be very involved, but he's just stepping down from the CEO role. And we have John Turnus that's going to be taking over, who's been with Apple about 25 years. Now, I'm not a huge Apple shareholder. Some of you guys might have seen previously that I do have a little bit of fractional shares here and there in various accounts. I could possibly see myself boosting that even more, especially after letting go of my PayPal position. I just want to double down on like a fintech type of play, diversified fintech type of play, right, with Apple Pay. But enough about Apple. I kind of wanted to talk about how this might affect Nike. Tim Cook specifically, before this announcement came out, he has been making major purchases into Nike and diversifying his net worth a little bit more away from Apple and into Nike. I'm pretty sure his number 1 net worth holding is still Apple, but he has been making some huge purchases into Nike. And I suspect that with him stepping down from the CEO role, he's going to have a little bit more time on his plate. And possibly we could see him getting more involved with Nike. Now, This it could also just mean that he wants to diversify his net worth, and him making $1 million buy into Nike with all the dividend money that he'd collect. That's like what, maybe 40K a year. That's like almost somebody's salary just from him buying Nike. So it could just be him wanting some more income, right? After stepping down from the CEO role. It could just be that, and I'm looking way too deep into all of this. But if he actually does want to get more involved and not just sit back and collect dividends, think about how much experience he would be bringing over to Nike, right? He obviously CEO of Apple, one of the biggest tech companies in the world. Apple, one of the best device designs, user interface. The iPhone is probably arguably the biggest consumer product in the entire planet, or at least the most influential. So he would be taking all of his years of experience running a tech company, but also his experience working all over the world, right? Building relationships. He would be bringing all of that to a Nike. And one of Tim Cook's strengths, you could say, is being able to manage a huge company through any type of waters, right? Whether it's good times, bull market, or a bear market, and hard times. He's able to be very conservative, but also maximize shareholder returns without risking everything. And some people might say he's too safe, right? He's not a super innovator. He's not like super volatile, but the numbers, you can't really argue with the numbers. Like, he's a very conservative, very safe type of CEO, but Apple's returns have been amazing, right? Since he took over as CEO. So, and definitely right now, Nike is in a tough position. Their stock is at, I don't even want to look at it right now. It's below 50. So Nike's going through some hard times right now, and possibly Tim Cook could help bring Nike back to its glory days. It's just a pure speculation on my part. Obviously, I don't know Tim Cook personally, and all of this could just be him wanting to collect dividend income while he enjoys retirement, right? Now, as usual, I don't remember exactly where we last left off when it comes to my transaction history, but here, as you guys can see, there was a little bit of profit taking from my small swings. I did take profit on Amazon a little bit too soon. I have a feeling their earnings are going to be amazing. I did buy a little bit more Axon, a little bit more B-Fly. I bought some Hess. I did take profit on RCL, which was good timing because I think RCL is at like 270 something right now, if I'm not mistaken. Bought a little bit more Hess. My Sprouts covered call finally expired worthless. I redeemed a little bit of cash back into my Roth IRA, of course, for another 60-cent boost. And then I actually transfer $500 from my secondary account into my main account. Now, if any of you guys have been with me for a while now, you'll know that this was the second account that I actually put 5,000 into. Is a little bit of seed money to get it up on its own 2 feet. And I did say that I was going to slowly take profit over time to get back my initial investment of 5,000, and then it's just going to be like its own standalone account, of course, mostly where I put all of my free shares, quote unquote free shares that I get. But if we take a look at this all-time chart now, as you guys can see, I still have 4,636 left into it. So I am taking back a little bit of money slowly but surely, taking away some money while also keeping the actual total portfolio value at 5,000. So things are going good for that account.